Hello, everybody. Been thinking about this for somewhat. Why cannot all these people in the world get along? And if you fly through my channel and look at all these little bitty videos I've found, you'll see the reason why. You know, these different points of view. Madame Blavatsky or the Fuel Society out of Brazil of what happened in Germany during World War II, and basically you bring up the speed, you know, the Prescott Bush with oil. It just seems to be always about the oil, but they put a spin on it saying it's a humanitarian effort, and then we send millions and billions of dollars, and there's a lot of upset Americans because of the high gas prices that we pay, and then wondering why all these little neat devices that I've been able to find, why, you know, with a car that just runs on air, perpetual motion, compressed air, why don't we have that out there? Why is it a gas? Why does it have to be metered? Why can't we have that free energy that, you know, we stupid Americans really do know about? And we know that if we really actually went and made that, we'd have some guy in a black suit knocking on our door trying to take it away from us, like what they did with the Tesla papers. Now, keep in mind, there's a lot of things out there that should not be out there, you know, on how to make things that will damage someone's life. But what about that compressed air engine? What difference is it between a gasoline engine, or what's the danger there? Oh, they won't make money off of it because once the person gets that engine going and they got 1,000 miles, eternity miles, never being able to have to pull up to that gas pump ever again. Oh my God, they're going to take my money. You know, by taking my money, I mean, you know, I won't be able to ever make money off these guys again because now they're set. You know, they're set in where they can make a life. And, you know, me putting this out there, you know, it's free speech. It's free speech. I ain't infringing on nobody's rights. I just look up in books that they print. I look up on videos that they post. CISPA, SOFA, you know, and another invasion of a person's right or privacy. I put it out there, you know. I bought this stuff. You know, I bought the camera. I bought the computer. I logged and subscribed to, you know, Facebook or what have you. And you know, why can't I make money? Why, you know, what's the big deal? You know, my biggest post so far has not been surpassed by all the other posts I've made. I got over 3,000 hits off of one video. Now, when I made that video, it was about 3 years ago or so, and I've been watching it, and I'm really myself. I'm surprised. Even getting 10 hits, I got excited. Now I'm looking at 3,000, and it's going up and up and up, and I'm starting to get what people really want. They're wanting to know those secrets out there, those secrets hidden underneath those covers, that cover-up that everybody's been doing. I got lots of information. You know, when I served in the military, I knew about the positioning system before it actually became public. So there is a lot of stuff out there that is not yet public. You know, have you ever heard of a tank floating in water? Oh my goodness gracious. You know, but there's people that's lost lives. These innovations out there. Take the internet, for example, is called transcontinental lines, rubber, because I'm an IT kind of what they call a tech. I went to ITT and I learned how all this stuff actually works underneath within the hardwire. You know, resistors, capacitors, nanodes, and all transponders, transistors, blah blah blah. You know, you can learn a lot. I encourage anyone to educate themselves by looking a lot of this information up on the internet now that it's here. We talked back then in our own circles about what the future may look like, and the only thing we came up with was basically a phone on a wall, and then when you picked it up to talk to somebody, you could actually see them on the other end through a video screen. Well, here I am on a video screen talking to the whole world. Oh boy, how far we have come since, the 80s. But then again, back in the background, the internet has been around longer than you actually think. We call it the web nowadays, but the net back then was just a big black screen with a bunch of green letters on it, and we had what we called floppy disk. Now we have compact disk. Now, for you guys that don't know, I was born 1965, the same year they invented the compact disk. So I look at comparisons and parallel each other, coincidences. Like my mom and dad, they were married September 11th, 1964. 9 months later, I was born, June 1st. Now, that's some personal information, but then again, what are you going to do with it? You don't have my numbers to get away with any of my stuff. I got 5 numbers to go by. I got my birthday, that's a number. I got my Social Security, that's a number. I got some other numbers. And then I got my selective service number. And, can you make all these letters line up? And everyone's concerned about their privacy, their security, their personal information, and things of that nature. I don't have anything, so go right ahead. My credit is so sore, man. You'd be running away from me. You don't want my credit. I found other people that actually have my name. When I Googled my name, I was really shocked and amazed that someone else is walking around with my name. Well, it's not really my name. It's just a coincidence. Some of the secrets that I have really aren't really secrets. I've found a lot of this stuff out in public domain. Now, these books that I have, the ones that's getting all these big, gigantic hits, man, that's really hard to understand a lot of that stuff. They talk about esoteric language, things embedded in the things. Like if you look over my shoulder here, you'll see Benjamin Franklin by the Liberty Bell. You'll see some other things in the Victorian age of 2 people dancing on the wood over there behind my other shoulder. Pay attention to the background. You might learn some things about something. Look at those books. You may not be able to read the titles of those books, but you'll see that I am a heavy reader, and I think when I'm reading, what are these people writing about? What's the story? What's the context and what they're trying to say? The message in the fiction is laid out that you can't write anything without truth. But keep it, a biography, is it really factual, or are they making this up? And with what's going on in the political scene, and a guy holding an office that ain't supposed to, and the constitutional matter, and they just look over the Constitution, that Constitution's for me, it's not for them. We the people. And we the people get stomped on. And then, if you look up the movie The Net, you'll see a lot of information in there about how things are given out, and that it's a consensus. The net also correlates with the eraser. Some of these technical movies like Mission Impossible, getting where in the future we're going to be using our chips for money. That's cashless society, basically, in my mind, is what they're trying to say. Using a computer chip that buy and sell. That to me is cashless society, using your debit card. Your card's loaded up, you use it, and things of that nature. And then you get into other things to where I could go on and on. I got about 3 to 5 more minutes, and one of the things I've been working on lately is mental health. You know, a lot of this stuff I've learned down through the years really took a toll on my mind, because I, in my own naive, gullible mind, didn't think these things that I didn't know about were, and that I was a part of. And then going back, looking up and researching, I had to do some real soul searching. What the hell? Excuse my French. You know, the red, white, and blue, fraternity, brotherhood, and equality. You know, that's where it started. You know, it started with the French Revolution when the king and queen got beheaded. And it even goes back further within Way, and then you got the nations that jump in, and the people at the lower rungs don't really, which is true, don't really know what's going on up above them and how their organization really is being used, and they're just a bunch of cattle or sheep to follow that shepherd at the top of the rung. That's the reason why I stay down at the bottom of the rung, because I don't want to be a part of no power, whatever you call that. I throw that money away, man. I don't need it, man. I ain't going to have nothing to do with that money. I will not give up my brothers, but I will give up some of these things that's out there in public domain if you know where to look. If you know where to look. You get up these books, you read them, and then start looking up the information and back up and research and back up and research. Yes, it's a lot of work. But you also won't be so stupid later. I consider myself still stupid, but I'm not ignorant. I am smart. I'm intelligent. I do make mistakes. And mental health is the focus. I'm excited about my Green Ribbon campaign that's going on at the start of May, which is as of less than 12 hours, May 1st, is our launching pad of that mental health, occupying our brain and making it work to where we actually reason with each other, and we could try to find different ways of getting along, and why everyone isn't getting along, why the anger and the angst or the whatever, taking the bull by the horns is what I call it. And speaking of horns, this is my way of a bullhorn out there saying, hey, thank you for your support. Thank you for those that subscribe to me, asked me to be a friend, and looking through my channels and some of the videos I found and favorited, saved, or whatnot. I hope you get an enjoyment out of it. Thank you very much. I'm going to post again on another topic of some of these secrets. Thank you. Well, what am I doing here? There I go, making mistakes, me smart. The machine's so stupid. With a minute left, I went to ITT in the software I don't really know much about. I wish I could crawl up underneath the computer, man, crawl up inside it and go through the electrical system and fly through a wall somewhere and broadcast something. Maybe that's the joke of the day. Tron. I'm gonna go Tron. I need a frisbee. Anyone got a frisbee I can throw with a Tron? Thank you.